Welcome back, Pause Menu Society. I'm one of your hosts, Derek Daniel Ocean. That's Awesome Amy. That's Big Money Sterl, super producer. If you haven't, check out our finale of Euphoric Interpretations, where we recap the finale of Euphoria. Not just the season finale, the series finale, Euphoria is done. Also, our live reaction to Sony's PlayStation State of Play is live on our YouTube channel. We also have a recap podcast episode that's available on the podcast servers as well as YouTube. Before we get into everything, I know everybody's not a big hockey fan, but we do have breaking news. Detroit Red Wings captain Dylan Larkin has requested a trade. He is the team's top line center. He was instrumental in the U.S. winning the gold medal this winter. I'm already starting to hear these rumors about with the Blues. No, Larkin is about to turn 30. We are trending younger. We already have Detroit's first round pick. We are not sending them anything. I know everybody's like, well, Jordan Cairo needs a refresh, but we need to get something in exchange. A nearly 30-year-old Dylan Larkin with no trade clause is not what we need. That's just not happening. So y'all can throw all the little speculations out there if you want. We don't. I have no problem with Larks. I have no problem with Larks. I don't know how he works in St. Louis outside of the fact that he's about to be 30, but also he's never played hockey anywhere than the state of Michigan. He grew up in Michigan. He played for the U.S. National Development Team, which is also in Michigan. And then he got drafted by his childhood team, the Detroit Red Wings. He's never played outside of the state of Michigan. Missouri would probably be very tough for him. If he ended up coming here, he'd probably end up being my neighbor or something within the area. I just don't think that he fits with what the Blues are trying to do. We're trying to get younger. And we're certainly not sending them their first round pick that they like. You were dumb enough to send us your first rounder for Justin Falk because you thought you were going to make the playoffs. Sorry, we have 3 picks in the first round. We're not sending that pick back to you. That's not fucking happening. The teams I expect to be in on this, Minnesota, they desperately need center help. Montreal has the assets. Um, Toronto is like 4 hours outside of Detroit, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But imagine if your top 2 centers were Austin Matthews and Dylan Larkin. Wouldn't be that bad. However, I don't think that Matthews is gonna be back. So Ash hit me on Snapchat. She and I have been talking about this. Um, okay. I don't know what it is about us, but every player with high expectations that we draft does not do well here, does great elsewhere, but they just can't fully tap their potential. Well, not Eric Johnson. He was kind of a bust regardless, but he did win a cup. Doesn't matter. I don't know. So Larkin's on his way out of Detroit. He and Steve Yzerman apparently have a pretty testy relationship. The contract. What is that? What is that noise? Is that your jacket?
That's his jacket.
That's definitely your
Yeah,
jacket.
might be the smooth motherfucker. I don't know.
Okay.
Every
The
time you
contract
move,
negotiations were apparently pretty testy, and then also Larkin was critical of the fact that Yzerman did not make a move at the deadline while Detroit was still sitting in a playoff position. They were in first place in the Atlantic at one point, and they still failed to make the playoffs. So I don't know, but Larkin is on his way out of Detroit. So I think what we're seeing is player empowerment, like it happened in the NBA. It's now starting to happen in the NHL. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what it goes on from here. Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals live tonight. Vegas took game 1. They're in Carolina. Really quickly, the Knicks took game 1 of the NBA Finals last night. Damn good fucking game. Shout out to the NBA for putting the Larry O'Brien trophy back on the floor, for putting the finals logo back on the floor.
Mm-hmm. It looked good.
It looks great. You would not know that this was a Stanley Cup final game. They have no pageantry, no logo, nothing on the ice. This could be a regular season game in the middle of March for all we know. If you didn't look at the calendar, you would not know this is game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. I'm sorry, game 2. This is absolutely disgusting. Like the
Even
NHL
if
needs
they
to do
would
better.
digitize it, you know what I'm saying?
No,
For
because
the
it looks
TV.
worse. It looks bad. But nothing is insane. You look at the Super Bowl. You got the NFL shield at the 50-yard line. Each 35, you got the Super Bowl logo. If you go to the World Series, you have the logo on each side of the base path. Now the NBA's done their job and put it back on the field. Why the fuck is there not a Stanley Cup anywhere on the ice? And Vegas just scored to take a 1-0 lead. All right. Anyway, I guess we should start the show. We're going to start where we usually want to start on these Thursday evenings with our good friends over at Six Brown Chicks. Y'all ready for this?
I'm so ready.
All right. My college roommate, Rolanda, got married a few weeks ago and she invited me to be in the wedding party. I'm a straight woman with a boyfriend. We've been together for a year. Long story short, I fell in lust with one of the bridesmaids. She's kind of funny. Her lips taste like apple Syrah. We did some pleasurable things while we were drunk. Apparently, we took videos and this woman's husband posted them in our wedding group chat. She is saying that I took advantage of her, but she was the one licking all over me. The husband is threatening to press charges, but she called me, apologized for her husband's behavior, and asked to see me again. I responded yes. She arrived at the coffee shop with her husband, who told me loudly to stay away from his wife. She texted me later that she was sorry and asked me to meet up again. Advice signed a straight woman with a boyfriend who was also sick of this shit. Um,
Why is she trying to meet up again? Like, what's the purpose of this?
I think the girl at the wedding really wants to fuck this girl or bump pussies. I
Again.
don't know. Scissors, little scissor action. But I think that the husband is either going through her phone or I don't know what the hell is going on. It just kind of sounds like a recipe for disaster. But it's also a cautionary tale to when you have these destination weddings where people have to go like and not necessarily like Cancun or nothing like that, but a place where like people have to fly in from out of town and it's like, "Oh, well, we'll just get an Airbnb together and shit like that," and they're
Mhm.
gonna be drinking. Yeah, that shit is bound to happen. I'm sorry. Somebody's gonna end up getting fucked.
Literally.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, so like I just like
It sounds to
I
me like
don't
she needs to just leave that girl alone because clearly her husband is not about it.
yeah, that ass, just block her. Just
Mhm.
block her. Because if it's gonna like he's to the point where he wants to press charges just because y'all kissed and probably fingered each other or whatever, like,
Like,
is it really that deep? But
mm,
also
Wait, what?
the fucked up
Yeah, it's that deep. They're married.
well,
What you
true.
mean?
That I get what you're saying, but also your husband is trying to press charges, so you're telling him essentially that the girl sexually assaulted you.
Exactly. That's
That's
why he's doing it.
that's and that's too much. That's where the shit has to stop. If you can't like it seems like she can't keep it a buck with her husband. I'm not saying that he's beating on her or anything like that, but, like,
like she can't
you can't
own up to what she
exactly,
did.
that you wanted to do this. Nobody forced your hand, and I think that's really fucked up because you can ruin somebody's life doing shit like that. That's just not a good
Absolutely.
look.
And
That's
everybody's
not a good
adults
look.
here, so shame me once, shame on you, shame me twice. Shit, I'm stupid. So if you did something, he caught it. He threatened to fuck y'all up or whatever, or post it or and do all the stuff. You let it go. She hit you. I want to meet up. You say yes. You get there. She doesn't acknowledge the fact that he's coming to talk shit to you or whatever, and then she hits you up again. That was strike two already. I
Yeah.
wouldn't be
Yeah,
trying to
no.
strike out. So yeah,
Yeah, we're definitely done after that for like, if I show up to the coffee shop and son is there, we're done. Like, you trying to line me up at this is how it looks to me. You're trying to line me the fuck up, and I'm not having it. So,
yeah,
um, Shalonda, I don't know, sweetheart. I really don't know. It sounds like you may be a little bi-curious. Is that still a term?
yeah,
To me it is.
Okay,
I
so it's
don't
yeah, it sounds like you might be a little bi-curious, which is perfectly fine. Be sexually fluid. That's fine. It's also Pride Month. Um, but you should probably have that conversation with your boyfriend, number one,
exactly.
and then number two, go find a woman outside of this girl because this is just going to be trouble. We can
it's
already do this.
it sounded to me like her boyfriend was like, "Oh, like, y'all were drunk, whatever." Like, it's
Her
in that
boyfriend didn't know. She didn't say anything
No,
about telling
he
her
didn't
both of
know at
them,
boyfriend.
all?
yeah, both of them had boyfriends. The girl who sent the tweet, her boyfriend apparently doesn't know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Mm,
she should probably have a conversation with him because,
yeah.
well, let's see how many followers Six Brown Chicks has. Let's just be real. Um,
Enough?
146,500. So,
It's probably gonna, make its way back somehow. Somebody gonna figure it out.
Yeah,
yeah, so she should tell him and save him the embarrassment of somebody else telling him
yeah,
or him
absolutely.
scrolling the timeline and seeing this and being like, "Wait a minute." And I would assume these people are all using fake names. I know I wouldn't tweet in with my real fucking name, but,
Absolutely
you
not.
know, um, she should tell her boyfriend. She should tell him the truth, unlike Shorty telling her boyfriend that you pressed her on some sexual assault type shit. That's not okay. You can
No.
ruin someone's life like that. That is not okay. So get that the fuck out of here real quick. But again, it is Pride Month. And if you want to be a little bi-curious or sexually fluid, whatever you want to do,
Talk to your boyfriend
then bi
first. Talk to your partner first
yeah.
always.
Well, I think it's a little late for that. She's already done it. I
I mean,
mean,
she's already done it, but, like, if she wants to keep going, maybe talk to
yeah,
your
yeah,
boyfriend and
yeah.
be like, "Listen, I did this when I was drunk. I really enjoyed it. I'm sorry I did it, but now I'm asking you, like, would it be cool with you if we, I don't know, tried other things?"
I'm not saying no as long as it's other girl.
Most men aren't.
I'm not saying no. I'm
Especially if
not.
they get to watch, right?
Yeah, I ain't into
Well,
much
look,
watching, so
yeah, that's why I'm only watching for so long. Like a lot of ass and titty in the bed. I'm like, hey, scoot over.
Yeah.
Get my Gilligan on. So anyway, yeah, that happened. Shout out to them though. Good luck with all that.
Yeah.
So, over the weekend, the Roots picnic took place. Shout out to the Roots, hip hop's most infamous band. And my guy took the stage. He did a little rehearsal on Friday night. He kept the hood down. Like, what's going on with Hove? He's got the hood on. What's going on? So apparently, well, not apparently, this is what happened. He had his wicks combed out, and he's got this humongous fro. Now, people have been throwing salt on Jay's name over the last 3, 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Just in the like. So when did Tory get locked up? Tory got locked up in 22 or 23.
23.
23. Okay, so Tory's dad outside of the court after he got sentenced for the whole Megan shooting. Nikki probably started a little while after that. Nikki would pop up every 3 weeks with tweets about how Jay was the devil and this, that, and the third. When Wayne didn't get the Super Bowl and then went to Kendrick, Nikki popped up like, "How dare you, you man unit wearing bitch," and this, that, and the third. Um, because he chose Kendrick for the Super Bowl, Drake threw some shots at him on the album. People been talking shit about Hov for a long time. Dame keep running his mouth. And the whole time I've listened to the Rockefeller camp, I've never listened to a solo Oskino record. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I just don't care. Oskino is on Art of Dialogue and other YouTube channels running his mouth about Hov. He had the nerve to get up there. Oskino lost one of his kids, and uh, obviously, we're all parents, so that's tough. I don't think any of us could imagine, um, Oskino had
Yeah.
the nerve to get up there and cry and say, Jay-Z still got his kids while I lose mine. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Wishing that somebody else would lose their
I
kid
never
because
heard
you
that.
lost.
That's
You
swear.
didn't see that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Oh,
I seen
I
him giving interviews about how Jay treated him on certain occasions and certain shit, and if it
no,
was true, it was some wild shit,
he
but
sat up there crying. He was like, I lost my kid. Why Jay-Z get to keep his kid? Like Oskino is wild. I don't all these other stuff, I don't know. I know that he got 700,000 dollars from Rockefeller and he did nothing with the money. I do know that. Um, that's why we never got an Owen Sparks record. I mean, they had records on the state property joints, but they were supposed to do an album and that never happened. Um, so Skino was talking. Dame, every time they put a camera in Dame's face, he's saying something about Jay. It just don't fucking matter. Motherfucker asks Dame, what did you get on your high school equivalency test? I don't know, but Jay-Z ain't really sold no dope. Dame would just say anything. You could ask Dame, "Hey, Dame, what's your favorite cereal? I don't know, but eat Jay breast thing. That was the craziest. That was yesterday. He said Jay breath always stink, and he chews Big Red, so now your breath smells like cinnamon doo doo. Like Dame has been
Damn.
going crazy. So Jay, of course, did the GQ interview where he commented on, battle rap and said that, maybe it's not good for the culture. Not battle rap in its essence, but what happened. The whole, I'm sorry, people gonna be like, you're being obtuse. And no, I'm not. You don't dare look. If I dare a motherfucker to punch me in my face and then they punch me in my face, I got a lot of fucking gall to be like, I can't believe you did that. He dared that man to say, like, talk about him liking little girls. And when he said it, no, this is fucked up. He called him a PDF. You tell him you go with that shit. Nigga, this is battle rap. I don't know if Tupac really fucked Faith, but he sure told Big he did. I don't know if Jerry Heller was touching Easy, but Dre sure said, "Hey, we have your record company surrounded. Put down, put down the candy and let the little boy go." This is hip hop, dog. There are no rules. I'm sorry. That's just what it is, dog. That's just what it is. You don't goad somebody into a fucking battle and then say, "Nah, he cheated to win." So Ho's point was, people think that I hate Drake because I tabs Kendrick for the Super Bowl. He's like, I picked the guy who had a really good fucking year, and I think we can all agree I made the right choice.
Right.
Well, at the same fucking time, we know that Drake has been offered the Super Bowl at least 3 times, right?
From what they say, yeah.
Yeah, at least 3 times. You turned it down every time. And then the one time somebody got it that you didn't like, you happen to be going back and forth with that person. All right, so now, like, all this talk, please stop asking about 23 and me. I'm a real nigga and he's not. Man, you sued. And you were also on some real clown shit. We've let Drake get
We've
away with.
went through this a bunch of times.
We have.
Let
I'm gonna get to
yeah.
I'm gonna get to so Hove took to the stage, and I don't even really I wouldn't call them disses. He just threw some darts to be like, I hear you niggas talking. So everybody caught some heat. And they had it coming. So I got the lyrics right here from Genius. Wanna hear it? Here it goes. Hattie's turning 100. His grandmother. His grandmother's turning 100. If she would have transitioned before I cleared my name, I would have hunted them. Every one of these, every one of them playing these silly games that 1-800 ambulance chaser would have wished one came. Tony Busby for trying to
Bugby.
get that bullshit suit.
Right.
911 is a joke. Public Enemy #1. I've been ranked. Obviously, Public Enemy 911 is a joke in your town. The rock's not crumbling. The leprechauns have magically run out of pranks. Tory Lanez and his pops. Your son on the federal jail line mumbling about something about having too much of this drink. You know how dumb that is, Tory. Another one fumbled his. Wonder how I get the blame. Niggas' teeth is tumbling out their mouth, and somehow I'm the one who done it. There's a murder mystery game. Dame had the nerve to go on Art of Dialogue this week and say my teeth never tumbled out of my mouth. Nigga, we all saw it.
Seen it. Yeah. I don't know what you talking
Dame was drunk as fucking like I'm like, he's drunk. And they put this camera on him, but Art of Dialogue knows he's going to get a ton of views from this, and that YouTube check is gonna be nice. I don't know who Dame has around. Is he still married to that girl, that Raquel girl?
Rachel, Raquel, whatever her name is, yeah.
Yo, Raquel, get your mans out of there. Dame is looking crazy up there. There's no way. Nigga, if you were going through something, there's no way. If I look up and see you on the TV, I'm hitting Sean and everybody immediately. Get this nigga from in front of that camera. Are y'all fucking crazy? Dame's people don't love. No, dead ass. Dame people don't love him to let that shit go on. Hell no. You had the cash cow and thunk it. What you will pump test. I'm the one who's from the pain. That hill you can die on is way too much flack that comes from those claims. That was dope. Roberta Flack, Lauren Hill, killing me soft. I'm killing him softly. What's understood don't need to be explained. All that was beautiful. You want it one way, it's the other. Marlo Stanfield, The Wire. I still own you suckers. Marlo stole the 2 suckers right in front of the security guard. I'm Marlo, you niggas game. I ain't much for meetings. Marlo told them niggas, look, I ain't much for these meetings, no how. The price of the bricks going up. Again, Marlo. Cancel the brunches. I remember the hunger pain. The price of the bricks going up. It's going to cost you a B to even say my name. Of course, a billion. My wife is Beyonce. Destiny's Child, Say My Name. The wordplay is crazy. Just try to keep up. The wordplay is crazy. You ever heard of a wonderkind? My children is some of them. That's the Kanye for calling they kids retarded. Y'all trying to get under skin. I really get under skin. Ask how I'm playing. Y'all thugs with y'all thumbs again. Everybody think they're the ones insane. You're no maniac. Watch how sane he act in my presence, nigga shrink. Kanye can talk all this shit he want. He's not gonna act crazy to that man face. He's just not. I need a new therapist. This shit is not working. I'm truly on the brink. Y'all better not encourage them. Y'all don't want me to think these thoughts that I think. That nut ass nigga still stuttering. Oskino. That chatty patty down on his luck again. Quest introduced me to Jaguar. I don't know why I still fuck with him. Jaguar deserved that bar. The first time I saw Jaguar right is when Jay did. Remember when MTV used to do Unplug, and he did
Mm-hmm.
the blueprint and Jaguar sang like all the female vocals and stuff, and she killed it. I don't know what the fuck. I think I'm gonna be honest. I think Jaguar is either schizophrenic or bipolar, and I think she's just not taking her meds.
Yeah.
Uh, um, you was wondering why I didn't do the freestyle rehearsal. That lady back on that stuff. She sound like she in love with him. Nikki, her kin. This is the best. These are the best bars right here. Her kin can't even take their kids enough of them. Her husband's name is Barb. Nikki calls herself Barbie. Her husband's name is actually Kenneth. Ken. Your kin can't even pick up your kids, but not only can your husband not pick up your kids because
Your
he's a registered sex offender, your
your brother
brother is
can't
in
either.
prison. So the double entendre there. A rapper can't be my op. I got MAGA Republicans. Them shots came from the very top of the government. Good luck with them. Nikki aligned herself with, Trump and MAGA.
Mm-hmm.
I'm governed by God. You tried to break the covenant. I reigned for 40 days. My neck get flooded again. So apparently, from the date of the Roots picnic to Yankee Stadium for the first show is exactly 40 days.
Uh-huh.
Risk get flooded again. My net worth went up again. My next update, and here we go. The jig is up. Nigga, I'm up 10. Wrong chart, champ. You got to look up again. Niggas look up to Ho. I never looked up to them. And this is my favorite bar. Them crackers got your publishing. Gangsta, go talk tough to them. And that's all for Drake. Don't talk success to me. You niggas is workers. And perpetuity how your contract is worded. Don't make me go. The Roots remember even when the trees pretend. Not too much of my name. Don't forget who I am. Hattie loves her Shawnees. SHAWN. I found it adorable. She put the S at the end. You don't know the show ain't even begin. I said, you don't know the show ain't even begin. And then he went into you don't know. Give it up for Hove. Give it up for Hove. Absolute barsman. He's still, that pen is still, well, not the pen because Jay don't write nothing down. Shots deserved. I say every single one of them was fucking deserved.
For sure. In the
Yeah,
heat of
everything
battle,
was
absolutely.
everything was deserved. I don't necessarily want to see him and Drake going a back and forth, but I don't think it's gonna end here. Drake a little slick mouth nigga, and he's gonna say something. Um, it used to be he would put stuff out on his blog. I don't even know if they use the OVO blog anymore. But you got 3 albums out right now. But I can still see him dropping a single on DSPs where he says some shit about Ho. So everybody else, crazy thing is, I haven't heard Nicki say anything yet, but the Drake fans are in shambles, going crazy. Hove was never the best rapper on earth. Hove never had a whole year to himself. Hove never ran the summer, this, that, and the third. All right, dog. Before we go any further, if you were born 2002 or after, I don't want to talk hip hop with you. Somehow this man became a billionaire, but y'all can't fathom that he was ever successful in the field of music. I didn't see motherfuckers say Jay-Z was nothing till he married Beyonce. Well, they didn't get married till 2008. The Blueprint came out in 2001. Reasonable Doubt came out. I'm sorry, yeah, Blueprint came out in 2001, and people went to the stores to buy it the same day the fucking towers came down. That's right, the Blueprint came out on 9/11, and people still went to the store and bought the album.
Damn.
Yes. Reasonable Doubt came out June 25th of 1996.
Mm-hmm.
Independent. The Black Album came out November of 03. Classic. Hard Knock Life came out the fall of '98, classic. Beyonce and Jay didn't start dating probably till like what, '01, '02?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So all
Yep.
these years before, he was nothing till he met this girl. Let's be fucking for real. And Beyonce is one of the most talented and successful musicians known ever. She has gone on record many times about how much she has learned from her husband, not just about recording, but about the business and how to market her work. But he wasn't successful till he got with her. So then you start to look like these people just be talking on Twitter. Now you can tell where a motherfucker accounts, like when their account started and where it originates from. Well, god damn it, if it ain't a bunch of motherfuckers in Nigeria. I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it, and no, I don't hate to say it because I've been saying it for a while. We should have been gatekeeping hip hop. The moment hip hop went global and went commercial, we kind of lost our way. Now, it's a catch 22 because a lot of people from the bottom made a lot of money. DMX became a millionaire. Now, he blew a bunch of that shit, but DMX, like, I'm talking about that nigga is the epitome of coming from the fucking bottom. Jay sold crack. You know what I'm saying? So it made a lot of way for a lot of young niggas from the hood to be millionaires and billionaires. But maybe we should have kept it to ourselves. For you Drake fans, niggas looked up to Hove. I never looked up to them. Drake ain't never looked up to Jay-Z. There's at least 4 records where he talks about his reverence for Hove. Let's stop
Absolutely.
playing. And to take it even further, remember when Drake dropped that Dark Lane Demos tape right before the pandemic?
Mhm.
And he put out 2 videos, or he put out a video. It was a split track. It was one track, and then the second half of the video was the other track. Sterl, where was Drake rapping at in the first part of the video?
I'm trying to remember. I remember the song, but I don't know if I seen the video.
He was out front of Marcy Houses in a Yankee bomber jacket,
Swear.
rapping over the yes. Oh, it's the song where it's the song cry sample. You rapped in front of the projects Jay grew up in a fucking Yankee jacket, and you're from Toronto, Canada, rapping over a song cry sample. And your dumbass fans want to tell niggas that you never looked up to Hove. But Hove is on Thank Me Later. Hove is on Nothing Was the Same. Hove is on Certified Lover Boy. Hove is
It
on
was on
Scorpion.
Scorpion. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what are you talking? Like, these fucking kids. So, again, if you were born in 2002 or after, and especially if you got an owl or an ice cube in any of your profiles, don't ask me shit about hip hop. Don't try to tell me nobody listen to Jay-Z. It's niggas, we ain't listen to Jay-Z in the South. You niggas are lying. Money Ain't a Thing with Jermaine Dupri. Hove was on the fucking remix to Ha. You niggas are liars. All of you. You're fucking liars. I will be 44 next week. I was there. You niggers are all. Hove
Damn.
never looked up to these niggas. They looked up to him. Jay is one of my favorite MCs of all time, but it don't stop with him. Nas, Big, Pac, the fucking Wu. The nerve of this nigga to do a fucking song called Wu-Tang Forever and use Raekwon's bars to start off his verse and then say, yeah, it should be a remix with the actual clan on it. And you send these niggas that record, and you had the nerve to tell the niggas from Wu-Tang Clan how to rap. Money affords you a lot of things. It also affords you arrogance. And some niggas, you know what they say, money can never unlame you.
That's a fact.
When that nigga went up to Hot 97 with the blueberry, niggas told you to get over there and freestyle and you pulled out the blueberry. Niggas let that shit go. When those reference tracks came out, niggas turned their heads. When this battle happened and you sued, niggas let that go. All that crying you did for the past 2 years, Nigga, you dissed Meek in his own hometown and then had fucking memes of Meek all up on the fucking screen behind you. So it's cool when it happens to everybody else, but if the nigga do it to you, it's a problem. So please stop asking about 23 and me. I'm a real nigga and he's not. Yeah, bro, I don't so much know about that. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I'm never gonna listen to another Drake record. Cause I had some great times listening to Drake records. But this nigga's really getting on my fucking nerves. And aside from him, his fucking fans are. Everybody that caught a bar deserved that bar. Dame had the nerve to get on Art of Dialogue and be like, I still love Jay and I still think of Jay as my brother. How? How?
Niggas is just hurt and they don't know how to display the hurt.
And I get that. Nigga, me and you have never been through anything crazy where we just can't be like, all right, you was on some bullshit. I was. And we immediately pieced it the fuck up. Even if me and Sterl ever fell out, there's no way I'm going anywhere and talking shit on this nigga. Because this nigga's had my back through thick and fucking thin. There's no way. Jay is literally, I mean, I guess you can change that shit, but Jay is Dame's son's godfather. I just like, I get it. I really that breakup hurt Dame, but also Dame did a lot of stupid shit. You calling Choke no joke after Bob Alab's funeral. I know you seen the video, right? Where he went up in Def Jam screaming at them niggas. Yeah, because they got an email about the Black Album marketing meeting, and Dame was like, "How the fuck you have a meeting without me?" They left Bob's funeral, and he called Choke no joke and was like, "Meet me at Def Jam with your camera in 15 minutes." You fucking moron. You screamed on them niggas and had this man recorded. Who did you think was gonna work with you after that?
But I mean, playing devil's advocate, Dame was wrong for a lot of shit. For sure. He was definitely wrong. But Dame asshole, a lot of them niggas, just like Bleak said, a lot of them niggas benefited off Dame being the
From Dame
asshole.
being an asshole. They did.
And
They did.
so
They
when you
really did.
benefit off,
I can never shit on Dame because when we were coming up, like we fucked with everybody, but we were fucking Rockefeller nerds.
Mhm.
Those niggas were the pinnacle to us. It is so sad to see Jay doing his thing, Biggs doing his thing, and Dame just out here looking fucking crazy, dog.
Yeah,
Dame
it was
looking the
it was
way
a
he
big
is,
fall from grace, a super big fall from grace.
that
But
like that Dame shit hurts my heart. And not only the Jay shit, you beefing with Cam too. You beefing with Cam. And Dame, and I'm sorry, I watched the whole performance. A lot of them niggas is at home sick because Petey threw shots at Jay and Jay let that shit go. Beans threw shots at Jay. But guess who I saw on that stage? Petey,
EDM,
Bleak,
Beans,
Beans, and the motherfucking Gunners and Freak. And they shut that shit down. That state property reunion was the dopest shit ever. Sparks being up there would have been crazy if Sparks came up and him and Jay did Give It To Me. Nobody needed Oskino up there. I'm gonna keep it a fucking buck. I couldn't even think of an Oskino verse off the top of my head right now.
me neither for real.
I'm not even joking. And I'm not trying to shit on that nigga, but like, nigga, the best albums out of state property, Philadelphia Freeway, Mac first 3 albums. I even give you the Gunners. Tough Love is good, and Brothers from Another. That's a pretty good album as well. Skeeto and Sparks never even came out with a fucking album.
Free Joint was crazy.
Free's album is a fucking classic. Everybody that got a fucking shot that night deserved it. Point blank, period. And now everybody's like, Jay-Z, 56 years old. Sit down, grandpa. Sit down, Unc. What you rapping for? Now Dame, like, Jay's on that stage because he's broke. Dame and Dash. You gonna tell me Hov is broke? Come on, dog. Like, nigga, be fucking for real. What are we doing? It's so sad to see Dame in this situation, man. but he just never learned. He all that, and even like Jake. I remember when Jay went on the Breakfast Club when fucking Magna Carta came out. He was like, "Nah, Dame's a hustler. He'll figure it out. I got faith in him." And
He
then
was
when
bullshitting with that. He was not serious with that.
but at the same time, like he still dapped that nigga up. That picture came out from around like within a 3-day window when that album released. They were in the same spot. He dapped the nigga up. I don't know if Dame was expecting him to like help him out business wise.
I was
I
gonna
don't
say it's
know.
easy to do that up here, knowing that a nigga is down here. You can always take the high road when you're up here. Don't get me wrong.
True.
I'm one of the biggest Jay-Z fans in the world. Jay got some dickhead ways. He got some dickhead
For
ways
sure.
for
For sure.
sure. And
Every
it was a lot of backdooring and a lot of shit where, okay, instead of it, so if I'm your man and I'm truly your man, and I know you are going down a path that is going to be detrimental to you, instead of just watching you keep going down that path, I'm gonna bring it to you. Now, not saying that Jay didn't do it, but it's a lot of motherfuckers saying that when Jay was fed up, he just washed his hands and stood
he
back
did.
and let motherfuckers crash out.
So Bleak told the story when Bleak's podcast first started. All the early episodes were just people who worked at Rockefeller artists. He branched out and got a bunch of different people, but the first few, like maybe 8 episodes, were people who had something to do with Rockefeller. Bleak stated that that's clip from the Black album, from the Black Fade to Black joint, where they were back there and Dame was like, everybody gonna retire like this. We didn't see it, but he was like, you gonna retire like this, Freeway? And Bleak was like, nigga, no, we not. Niggas ain't checking for us like that. And he was like, hold that nigga. So him and Dame got into a back and forth about that. Obviously, it's not shown in Fade to Black. They cut it out.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like, nah, Bleak, you always on some negative shit, whatever, what the fuck. So Dame went hard on Bleak. And shit was already icy because Jay made the deal for the Fade to Black movie, but cut Dame out of it, is what Dame says.
Mm-hmm.
So they was already kind of like, you know what I'm saying? But the final straw was Dame going off on Bleak backstage. That's what that like at that point, Jay was just like, fuck it, I'm done. I'm done.
Jay was
Because he
done
was
way
tired.
before that. Jay was done
He
when he
was,
tried to make
but
Cam president. When Dame tried to make Cam president, that's
that was
the
another
original.
thing.
That was the original start of them being
That
done.
was the start. That was the start for sure. And because them Dipset niggas came in there mad disrespectful. Now, the way Cam and Jim told the story, I get it. They were housing me at Sony. They was fucking me over, and I knew this was my last chance, so I had to go on Rockefeller on some brolic shit. So I get where Cam and them came from. But Dame, if these niggas, you got to tell niggas to move accordingly over here. And then like Jay had basically handpicked Siegel as the next coming, but then like Cam said some shit in an interview behind that vice president shit. It was all just a bunch of bullshit that like niggas could have had a conversation about. But we talking about at this point, we were late. We were very like maybe 20. So they were in their mid almost 30 or something like that. And they still had fucking ego. They was the biggest motherfuckers on the planet. So I get it. As grown men, now I see them all sit down and have conversations about the shit, which is cool. But the odd man out is Dame, which tells you it was more than just him and Jay, because Beans found out Dame owed him 11 million fucking dollars.
Dame also, but Beans also, his main beef with Jay was when he was locked up. Dame was the only motherfucker that showed up for him.
Well, the more the beef was, they were gonna let Beans go, but Jay had to basically vouch for him.
He had to write the letter and
And,
vouch for him, and he wouldn't do it.
and that's why, because he wrote the letter for Emery. They asked him in court, "Would you be responsible for him?" And Jay was like, "No." And I get it. You can't be responsible for another grown man, because knowing Beans, he might have laid low for a minute. But you know how Mac is, man. The nigga was gonna skip his Rockefeller meeting to go to a dog fight. That's how Beanie was moving in those days. Now hindsight is 2020, so it's a lot different now. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. I feel like every single one of those shots was warranted. Um, Drake's hubris will not allow him to not respond, so I expect a response. We're not getting it right now. I'm thinking maybe middle of July or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. But his hubris will not allow him to sit back and just take that. And it's whatever, man. Here we go. Fuck it. Let's go again. And then the everybody, his fans, like Jay has never been in a real hip hop battle outside of Nas, and Nas killed him. Jay slaughtered mad niggas just because y'all were not alive or too young and dumb to catch the bars. That's on you. Jay went at Mace on his own fucking song, on his
He
own
went
fucking record.
he went at the locks. Them niggas went at on each other on records.
Yeah,
Clearly, Mobb Deep.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of motherfuckers that caught the J flack. So
It's just fucking crazy, man. I don't understand niggas, but you know who the fuck cares. So anyway, that happened. Ames, what do you got? I know you had a story that you wanted to bring to the pod. You usually bring some very interesting tidbits, so please share with us.
So this one, I just happened to kind of come upon it. So this is from, let me see, firstalert4.com. It's from Facebook. I was just scrolling through.
Yeah.
There's a teacher in Florida.
Oh shit.
Here's the thing. So
Anytime you say Florida, it's gonna be some crazy shit.
it's not even that crazy. Here's the thing. So it says principal placed on administrative leave after Fetty Wap lyric attributed to her in yearbook, reports say. So she used a Fetty Wap lyric on her little, you know how you can put like a little quote under your name on the
We didn't
yearbook?
get to do that. Did y'all get that shit?
In high
I
school we
did.
did, yeah.
In high school, I did. Yeah.
We definitely didn't. Jennings was not having this shit. Niggas been throwing up gang signs and shit. They were not letting us do that. Everybody was like, "What was your senior car?" I'm like, "We didn't get to do that shit. You crazy? Fuck out of here." Niggas
Yeah.
would have been like, "Suck dick."
Obviously it
Like,
has
you
to be
can't.
approved, right? So here's the thing. Usually whenever you do that, someone has to approve it. The principal usually has to approve it or someone, right?
Mhm.
So this teacher used this lyric and it got approved. And now they're saying, oh, that's not okay. Now you're on administrative leave. The thing
Because they didn't
is,
know what it was probably, and then now that the internet is interneting.
the thing
Like when
is she
people
could
didn't
have
know
picked,
he meant.
she could have picked so many different lyrics. So many.
What was the lyric?
This one's not even that bad. Okay, let me just read the thing, right? It says, St. Johns
Yeah.
County, Florida. A principal in Florida was, it was the principal. Wow. A principal in Florida was placed on administrative leave after a Fetty Wap lyric was attributed to her in the school's yearbook. Katie O'Connell, the principal of Trout Creek Academy in St. Johns County, was placed on administrative leave after a lyric from the
Katie
rappers.
O'Connell. This is gonna be funny. Go ahead. I'm
And
sorry.
the rapper's 2015 song Trap Queen was attributed to her on the first page of the yearbook.
The first page?
The first page.
Oh, she was wild. Go ahead.
The lyric comes from a song containing references to drug dealing and strip clubs, leading some parents to question whether it was the right call for a school yearbook. Here's the thing. What she put was, everybody hating, we just call them fans, though.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. So why are they freaking out about it? It's only because it came from that song, Trap Queen.
Oh, that's some bullshit.
Okay, that's lame. That's
He's so
fucking
for
lame.
real right now.
That's lame as shit. That's not bad. Everybody hating. They're saying that to these kids in school. Don't be a hater. Go to class. Like, that's fucking lame, dude. Get out of here.
So here's the
If I'm the
thing.
principal, I'm like, oh, y'all niggas gonna get me for that bullshit?
So, however, and this is still the article, O'Connell claims she did not write or approve the quote. I don't believe that. I approved the yearbook twice on April 9th, and so did my assistant principal, Samantha Sawruck. And
Pause
that
real quick.
quote in
Is
that
there a
area,
picture of the principal
yeah,
in
I
that
can post
article?
it. Yeah.
Please do, because I want to see, because then we'll know if she really posted it, if she approved it or not.
I ain't gonna hold
Like,
you. It sounded like one of the editors duped her motherfucking ass and on the final edit just put that shit under her name. I could see that too.
okay, that makes
If we
sense.
see this picture, if we see the picture and the lip gloss is popping, she 100% did that shit. However, that is not something to flip out about. If she had posted some shit like "suck it" from the back, it's like, all right, bitch, you were out of pocket. That's crazy. Wait a
So
minute. You just put it in
basically, they said
Discord?
that wasn't even a quote. She received a letter from St. Johns County School District stating that she would be placed on paid administrative leave beginning May 20th after an allegation of inappropriate conduct. For that
I don't
quote, that
think she
apparently
did
she
that. I
says,
think Sterl's right. I think she got duped.
you think
That
so?
woman does not look like she definitely looks like she runs the PTO. Like
It's
she's
true.
ahead of and she's in charge of the
Listen,
fucking bake sale. She don't know
I
no
saw
fatty wop shit. I'm just
I saw
saying.
the picture and I was like, nah, that's cool. That's cool. You can't judge a book by its cover.
Okay,
She ain't
fair,
did that
fair.
shit, man. Get the fuck out of
You
here.
see what I'm saying? There's no
And even
way.
if she
If it
did,
was
it's teachers getting
the
caught on
lyric is
text
not
messages giving
bad.
up head in the bathroom. Like,
So she said, and honestly, now that you guys say that, I really don't think it was her because apparently her quote was, she called the incident a bunch of garbage in a statement. It's a bunch of
Yeah,
garbage.
that's like 2 words away from being this is absolute malarkey. Like, she didn't do that, dude. This is bullshit. And again, even if she did, it's not like it's a crazy, like, nutty lyric.
Right. It really isn't.
That's bullshit.
And all she needed was just a little bit of time to like go back and be like, all right, we gotta fix this. But instead they were just like, nah, leave, done. What?
yeah, nah, that was a kid in it. Cause typically the yearbook shit that comes from
It's done by
editors,
kids.
the
Kennedy
kids'
did
editors. Yeah.
Kennedy's on the yearbook staff. So, yeah, I don't think that's real. I think no, I'm not saying the story's not real. I think that they did her dirty. They
Right.
did her dirty. That's some bullshit.
Yeah, that was some kid pranking type shit. And
Is
they
she
did
on
her
paid
foul.
administrative leave?
It doesn't well, maybe hold
Yeah,
on.
you said paid. You said paid
Was it
administrative leave.
paid?
Mhm.
She'll be fine then.
Yeah, she'll be
It's the fucking
fine.
summer anyways. Like, what was she gonna do? Troll around fucking summer school? Fuck out of here.
But I mean, I can understand why that would be it would be
That's a
I'd
bad
be
for
strike on
pissed
your
her.
off.
name. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd be
it's
pissed off.
because if she tried to like go anywhere else, she's gonna have that on her record
She
for
And then
looks like she
inappropriate.
makes a really
even if you stay there, you got a bunch of uptight ass parents clearly that's looking at you a certain kind of way for some shit that you didn't do. So I feel her.
Right.
Yeah, no, don't free
Especially
case
because
me.
it's like it's under inappropriate conduct. That could be anything. Like that sounds bad.
Yeah, that's some shit you're gonna
she
have to
looks like
explain.
she makes a really good apple pie, in my opinion. I don't think she did that. I just don't. I'm sorry, I don't. Fuck out of here. Um,
Yeah.
what's her name?
And
Leslie or
she
some
said
shit?
that she wants to return as a principal, but it won't be at that academy. She says she ain't coming back.
Yeah, well, I think we all knew that wasn't happening. I think we all pretty much could surmise that.
So Mrs. O'Connell, I'm sorry that happened to you, but also like, that quote was not bad. I'm sorry
Yeah,
that happened.
yeah, that's
That
pretty
sucks.
much bullshit.
That's absolute bullshit. It's
Out of
malarkey,
all
is what it
the
is. It's absolute
out of
malarkey.
all the lyrics too. I mean, it just wasn't a bad lyric. Like I don't get it.
That's a hey, what's up? Hello. Fuck out of here. So your pretty ass. Shout out to Fetty. He just came home a couple months ago. Shout out to Fetty.
That album was
Um,
crazy. I ain't gonna hold you.
that first Fetty Wap album. Oh my
No,
god,
he
banger.
the one he just dropped when he came home.
He got a new one. I ain't
It's
heard it yet.
fire. It's fire.
Hmm.
Not
I
gonna
have to
lie to
jump
you.
on that. Big Jerry. Shout out Fetty. Um, I have another story we can get to, or let's just get to this one really quickly, and then we can go into the next one because that one is going to take up the bulk of our time. So I don't know how or why this keeps happening, but law enforcement sources tell TMZ that LAPD was called to Chris Brown's $3.8 million 6 bedroom, 10 bathroom home at 5:55 p.m. on June 2nd. 6 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Sources tell TMZ the initial call to the police came in as a burglary suspect at the home. The caller told the 911 operator that a female had broken into the home. We're told the LAPD arrived and took a female into custody for trespassing. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ the woman never made it into the home. They had just found there was a guy that was trespassing a couple days before that. There was a situation a couple years back where a woman was breaking into Chris Brown's house like pretty
She
regularly, and
broke
then
into
like
his house.
yeah, and like he caught her on camera. She was butt ass naked, if I remember, and they were recording her while they waited on the cops to get there. This is happening. This is far too frequent. He needs to move. He 100 like I know it sucks, and the real estate market is probably dog shit right now, but he probably just needs to move.
Or he
Somebody,
needs to beef up his security like crazy.
security
Yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter just had to file a restraining order. She had like the guy who's like 33. He was basically a stalker. He showed up right to her front door, and her
Yeah.
Ring camera caught it.
Mhm.
So when I think about them running up in Pop Smokehouse when he was out in LA, and again, this is not the first time this has happened to Chris, the Sabrina Carpenter situation. I know stars want to be in LA. I number one, I could never live in LA. I don't care how much money I have. The fucking traffic. Like the just the like I remember we were out there for my dad's 60th because he just turned 70 this past year. And my dad's birthday is October 25th. So we were there for like 2 weeks. So Halloween obviously took place. Um so me and my niece went to this pumpkin patch. My great nephew Ezra was like maybe one. Well, he was at least one because Ken was two. So we went to the pumpkin patch. We left the pumpkin patch at like 6 o'clock, and it was not direct. It wasn't in LA, but it was kind of close or whatever. I don't know. Sister lives in Menifee, which is 45 minutes outside San Diego. We did not get back till 11:30 that night. We're just sitting there in gridlock, and I'm like, "Is there an accident?" And my niece was like, "No, this is just every day here." Like that's how
What?
traffic. Yes,
That's most big
I could
cities because it's like
never.
that in Houston. You go down I-45 in Houston from Spring, which is where I live, all the way to downtown, certain hours, certain times of the day, it could be bumper to bumper all the way there.
I
So
could
yeah. I
never.
don't like. I don't like fucking 270 traffic. I just LA is not like I don't care how much money I had. Like everybody's like, well, it's the center of the entertainment world, and you work in film, so why would you not be in LA? Well, we have Zoom now. I don't. It's not for me. The California wildfires, also the Hollywood Hills, that shit will burn, stuff like that. It's just not an idea. Also, the fucking earthquakes. And
Mhm.
I don't wanna go to a fucking Dodger game. I'm sorry. Like, it's like the only benefit would be to go to a fucking Laker game. I don't wanna go to a Kings game either. Like, um, yeah, I no. But I do think that these stars have to start thinking about a lot of people are moving to Nashville because it's very welcoming, and I don't think Tennessee has a state tax. Like, Nashville Predators are building quite the hockey team because a lot of these guys wanna play somewhere where they don't have to pay the taxes. So, like, that's why the Florida Panthers went to 3 straight cups and won 2 in a row. Got a lot of guys who down there, like, you can go party on the beach, wear shorts all year round, probably win a cup, and not have to pay state taxes, right? Um, but also a lot of celebrities are moving to Nashville. I just think that it made a lot of sense when Hollywood was the center of the universe for film and music and television, but it's much cheaper to shoot in Georgia now. Tyler Perry's studio is in Atlanta. Um, there's a lot of TV shows that are shot in TV shows and films, um, that are shot in Georgia now.
yeah,
So
shit.
and
Even
also they're
50's
shooting
building that joint in Shreveport. So
that's right, yeah, 50 built a studio, G Unit Studios is in, Shreveport, Louisiana, so I don't all this, well, it's the center of Hollywood, like, buddy, it's not 1950 anymore, like,
Yeah.
there's so it just like, I don't see the point. I don't see the point. Um, Chris, you gotta beef up security, bro. This is becoming far too frequent at your home, and Pop Smoke was a star on the ride, and people mourned him. If Chris Brown was to if anything was to happen to Chris Brown, it would be like, despite everything that he's gone through and what people think about him, that would be a very sad day. That would be a sad day. If something happened to Drake, it would be a sad day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just it's too frequent. It's just too frequent, dog.
Yeah.
And especially like here's the thing with traffic. Think about it like this. How did Kobe Bryant die?
On a plane, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was on a
Helicopter,
helicopter.
helicopter
Yeah.
crash. And why did he take the helicopter? To avoid Los Angeles traffic.
Yeah, because they
Mhm.
had to leave. They had to go to a game or whatever the case may be.
Yeah. He
So
took
yeah,
helicopters quite often to avoid the traffic out in LA. I
Damn.
just it's not for me. It's not for me. Chris, you gotta beef up the security, brother. This is
Or
like
just
that it's
fucking
far
move.
too frequent.
Like,
And like I
one time I could be like, "Okay, I'll stay. It's fine. It was one time." But if it keeps happening, I'm getting out of there. I ain't staying.
even if you're gonna stay in LA, you need to move somewhere else. But
Yeah.
it'd be pretty fun. 10 bathrooms, 6 bedrooms. The price on that fucking house is pretty like it's pretty steep.
well, it's not even
Yeah.
Probably
just
hard
that.
to
It's not even just that. You got to
the
think Chris
location though.
Brown's. It's not even a location. His house is custom. You got to think he's got
It
his
is.
own
That's
writings and art and shit
graffiti.
all over the
Yeah.
wall, graffiti and shit. His house is
Mm,
customized for him. He ain't gonna sell that house. He ain't gonna be able to.
yeah.
So it just sucks. I would severely beef up security, make the walls taller. You got to do something. You're gonna have to put some extra money into it to make
Make it
it
like
to
Absolutely.
where
Alcatraz, put a fucking moat around it.
yeah, something.
Alright, well, I think we've wasted enough time. You wanna do it? Because we gotta do it. We have to do this.
This nigga here,
We
man.
can't not we can't not talk about
God,
baby oil in abundance. What is up with this nigga Puff, man?
this nigga is
So
wild for
now
this one.
so now for the longest, I was just like, "Yo, what why does 50 hate this nigga?" Well, now we know. Now we know. Um, I did not realize so I remember when this girl took the stand in the Diddy trial, and she was like, "Yeah, he abused me." But he's still actively paying your bills as you sit on the stand testifying against him. And then I was like, wait. That's 50 baby mama. So now it all makes sense.
You
That's
didn't
the
know that
one
when she
thing.
was at the trial?
I didn't watch the trial. I was at work. I was just picking up little bits from Twitter. I didn't know that. I will tell you this. This is in no way to if we have it to the Asian community. Number one, we mean nothing derogatory out of it. The way Ross talked about that little
Ross was a fucking fool for that one.
yo,
Ross was waiting on that. He was waiting on that.
he said I call him Bruce Leroy. I nearly
No.
fell out of my
Ross ain't shit for that. Ross ain't shit for that.
Damn.
He said he took 50 son fishing. I call him Bruce Leroy. Then he went on somebody else's podcast and doubled down and did the fucking
That nigga's a fool, though.
shout out Ross, man. Good God. When it's up, it's up. And Ross and 50 been beefing since like what, 2007, 2008? That shit's never going away either. Um, who wants to take this? I didn't see the video. Did y'all watch the tape?
Well,
No.
introduce it. I definitely seen the tape. So yeah, for work purposes or whatever.
So Damaris say that okay, so 50's not wrong here. I hate to say this, I didn't see the tape, but I've heard several descriptions and they're all along the same line. Ames, let me ask you this. Well, have you ever made a tape?
No,
You haven't?
no.
Okay, interesting. Um,
Interesting.
the well, no, no, no. So from what I gathered, right? So she went on the internet saying this video was made without my consent. However,
It's a
from
lie.
everybody that's watched, okay, they said so the dude that Puff hired, what's that nigga name? They call him the Diggler or some shit like that.
Yeah, something to
Ew.
Diggler. This nigga,
They say
boy.
this nigga dick is this as long as my fucking arm. They say he was it like yes, that's what they say.
Yeah,
Stop.
that's on some no
Stop
homo
it.
shit. I ain't gonna hold you.
I
That
swear to fucking God.
that's
Now,
crazy.
so they say that Puff picked up the wrong phone. He picked up old boy's phone to record the footage. Now, if you remember back in the day when niggas was like, that ain't R. Kelly on that tape. I've seen the R. Kelly tape. Against my own will, might I add. Nigga, I know what you look like. That nigga was it. R. Kelly was like this, getting the angles right and shit. Like, that ain't me. Nigga, what? We know what the fuck you look like. Are you crazy? They say Shorty was posing.
She was. She looked all in the
They
camera
thank you.
several times. Puff picked the phone up, angled it to where what they was doing or whatever, put it down. This nigga was playing concierge, putting pillows behind heads and uh, laying down towels, and this nigga was ad-libbing like it was 98 and the total yeah, it was definitely she was definitely in it, involved. She knew what was going on. But the thing that gets
They
me is they all keep trying to say they wasn't in it, but even the male escorts or whatever it was, they said a lot of the times, whether it was Cassie or her, that they not only were involved and knew what was going on, but they were in
they were the
charge.
ones that set it up. They
They
were the
was the
Yeah.
ones
ones
that
that
set it
set it
up.
up and was in charge. So she trying to clear her name because I mean, God forbid, who wants to have a I guess the little boy is probably 12 or 13 now. Who wants to have a little boy that has to go to school and everybody seeing your mom get bust open
And
by the
that's
elephant
that's
man?
what 50 said.
Yeah.
So where's her statement? I gotta find her statement. So anyway, um 50 said she's not a victim. Sire is. Can you imagine going to the eighth grade to find out this is your mom? The court system in LA thinks it's fine because she has custody of their child.
Mhm.
Now, I don't know 50, but well, number one, they would tell you it's hard to raise a child when you're on the road promoting, like touring and also the TV stuff like that. Number two, it's very hard for a woman to lose custody. Like for a woman to lose custody, they have to royally fuck up. Although certain situations are bullshit, and we know this, right?
Right.
Um, yeah. So 50 said, "Free Diddy. He has gone through enough being born with no penis." So they say this nigga Puff. They said the nigga could hide his dick in his hand like this,
It
and
wasn't
then they
no he can. He literally was walking around with one hand covering himself I'm talking about not a toe sock on. And you can't see a shadow of
They said he was covered in baby oil and jerking off, but he didn't do any fucking.
no,
They
he
say, "Oh
definitely
boy
wasn't
was
doing that. He told oh boy, he whispered in this nigga's ear at one point, and this is shit. It hurts me to even say this.
I'd have went
He
soft as a motherfucker. Why are you this close to me,
he
Mr.
whispered
Combs?
in
What are
his
you doing?"
ear, if God would have blessed me with something like that, the earth would scorch or something. It was something wild.
Puff
Why
is
this
a
nigga was
nasty nigga.
while this nigga was drilling his old lady.
That's poetic.
Nasty.
That's wild,
So,
bro.
so I have Daphne's statement. Boy, oh brother. Everybody plays the fool sometime, and I've been the biggest fool. I just wanted my man at the time to be happy and satisfied. I wanted to fulfill all his desires, even if that meant breaking my own boundaries. I deeply loved him, and I believed he loved me too. It's so painful for me to process the harsh reality and truth of that relationship, but as time passes in my quiet moments, I realize that it was far from love. The recent leak was a tape I never consented to. That's a lie. Consented to being filmed on. I was blackmailed by the person in the video and was threatened that if I don't give him a lump sum of money, that they would leak it on the web. I also almost gave in to this demand, and once I didn't, this person eventually sold the tape to a giant media outlet. The media outlet called me one day and said that they had the tape and asked if I had any comment before the release. It was the first time I ever fainted in my life. Girl, shut the fuck up. You lied. Once once the media company understood the tape they'd purchased was revenge porn and an extortion scheme, they backed off from broadcasting it. I know they're probably reading this, and I want to say thank you for doing the right thing, even though years later it's come back to haunt me again. It took me all day to find the courage to rewatch my abuse. So you was watching the game film?
Oh my
Having to
god.
watch this tape was triggering and painful because only I knew the inner turmoil and pressures I felt in those moments. I was not and was never in my right mind throughout the entirety of that relationship. Seeing myself so lost is excruciating. I just want to hold that girl in that room and get her out of there and tell her that wasn't love and she didn't need to do this for love. My heart is breaking as I type this. And you sat on the stand while he was still paying your bill. I wish so many things were different, but I can't take back the hands of time. I can only continue to move forward and slowly learn to love and trust myself again. I want to love and protect myself so much that I'll never come across such a harmful environment again. This is the first time I ever felt a part of my own body and that my body belongs to me. I am precious. I am special. I am worthy. This I promise to hold true in my heart for the woman I am becoming and for the woman I once lost.
I tell you one thing, your body didn't belong to you that day. That nigga was giving her the business. So
They said that boy named Sly Diggler.
Oh my god.
That's
yeah,
his
I ain't gonna
name.
hold you. And for one, well, two things. So she tried to play off the fact that she was under the influence and all of that, and she wasn't in her right mind.
Mhm.
You was sober as a nun in church in that video. I'm telling you that right now. You didn't have a
Is
drink. You
this
didn't have.
um is this the
Mm.
girl that Young Miami was going back and forth with when she was like, I am, and that's why I fuck with your nigga. I ain't coming off him. I don't care how many pics you post. I ain't coming off your nigga. Is this the
Yes,
same girl?
that's her.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so apparently they say that guess all of them got jealous that Puff like remember Puff gave my Young Miami a show on Revolt. She had a
Hmm.
video podcast on Revolt. None of the rest of them like Cassie put out one album with Bad Boy.
Hmm.
I don't think the second like and maybe she put out another single, but it didn't do shit. They were they say some of them were salty that he was like
He actually backed her career.
he did. He like but Miami put the pressure. I'll never forget. She had him on her podcast and she was like, what's up with us? And he was like, I don't know. And she was like, we go together. The nigga Puff was like, oh, we do. And she was like, yeah, nigga, real bad. She put the pressure on him. And the thing about Puff is he can recognize a hustler. And Young Miami is also a hustler. Now, she say Puff didn't pee on her, but he pissed on some of them other chicks. This is crazy. But now I was like, what did Puff do to this nigga 50? And now this like now we know. Now we know.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, it's. I mean, at the end of the day, and back to her. So my thing is, you saying that old boy who was the hired help, so he already got paid to come do this activity. He was already paid. So you're the one getting your bills paid. You're the one doing this, and he decided to blackmail you to get you
because it
to
was
pay some money.
remember because Puff picked up the wrong phone, from my understanding.
Got it. I
That's how
understand he's got the
right,
footage.
that's how homeboy got the
Well,
tape.
why wouldn't you hit Puff? Why wouldn't you blackmail Puff, the one with the money? That don't make sense.
Well, I would have to imagine it's because he was already paying her. Again, that nigga was on trial. She was one of the prosecution's witnesses, and she got up there and testified against him. And then the defense was like, "Isn't he paying your bills?" And she was like, "Yeah." So I don't know. You can't. Here's the thing: stop going to the well. There's nothing there. Um, the thing is, Puff has those tapes too. Maybe not that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if he had that one. So she couldn't blackmail that nigga. She just couldn't.
Well, no, she was not the one blackmailing. She's stating
Homeboy.
homeboy is the one that hit
Oh, why
her
you
up for
saying
the
why didn't homeboy blackmail Puff?
yeah,
Mhm.
That is a good question because she ain't got shit that she didn't get from him.
exactly. So
Yeah,
that
that's valid.
yeah, that don't make sense. It just the shit ain't adding up. And you're
Or
saying
or or maybe we were the last ones to find out that Puff bombed Cuddy car. Maybe that nigga knew
it
because
wouldn't matter because if if you had the balls to blackball her, I mean to blackmail her, it ain't like she wasn't gonna tell Puff,
tell
"Hey,
him
this
this
nigga
is
got our
true.
tape, and he's trying to blackmail me for money." That he's already still paying your bills if you quote unquote don't fuck with him. So he's paying your bills. You would have just told him, and then he still would have did something to him. There was no blackball involved.
Let me tell you something. There's never been a video that made more sense to me than that Halloween night when Puff was dressed as the Joker and he got into it with the nigga from Power. That nigga was not playing. That's really him.
Hmm.
If
So
you
that's what
want
I'm
to do
saying.
something, do something. He told that nigga, this will never not be funny. Come to the after party and get your vibrations right. Will never not be funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that nigga
that
ain't trying to blackball
vibration.
nobody. And whoever, whatever video company got that tape, they could clearly look at that tape and see that you weren't coerced, you weren't any in any distress. They would have dropped that tape.
Well, I tell you this. When Puff was free, no, I don't think I think the blackballing took place, if it actually happened, after Puff got locked up and he got sentenced. Because you gotta remember, we don't know what that man was paid to come there, but I bet he was frequent there. So he used to getting that
Brother said
money.
they was frequent. They've
Okay,
done that shit with several girls. That dude has also quote unquote had sex with Cassie.
okay, so he's not getting the money he's used to because Puff is locked the fuck up. And Puff made the mistake of picking up the wrong phone. I got this. I got this in my phone. And you went on the stand and told the world he was still paying your bills. He's locked up. You give me my money or I'm putting this tape out.
I guess I
That's
can
the
see
only
that.
way that's the only way I see it working. If Puff was still out, then no, you don't blackmail her, you blackmail him. But also, like I said, the way that when they asked Cuddy, he was like, "Yeah, that happened." What nigga? This is not the Godfather. This nigga, the nigga that said take that, and pass the Cavassier blew up your car and then went into your house. And this is the craziest part. Locked your dog up and sat there and opened your family's Christmas gifts. That nigga Puff is an absolute menace, dog. Like, I ain't gonna hold
And
you.
I
It
don't
sounds
understand it.
crazy.
I can see why now, because I'm not gonna tell you, hold you. If you was walking around with little meat like that, yeah, you gotta elbow niggas, you gotta do all kind of shit.
He's got
It
He
a
said
Halloween
little
complex.
meat like that.
yeah,
They say,
bruh.
I'm not playing. I haven't seen the tape, but they say the nigga can fit his whole dick in his hand. I'm not holding you. And they say homeboy was walking around like an elephant with a trunk swing.
These are facts. These are facts. It's crazy, dog.
um,
Okay.
to be home like next spring, I think it's
Puff gonna
gonna be
fuck niggas
interesting.
up. He gonna fuck
Yeah,
niggas
that's
up.
what the way that niggas are talking. Like nobody knows us, so we can say whatever the fuck we want. The way niggas are talking about him on very prominent podcasts, probably not smart. That's all I'm fucking saying. That's all I'm saying. I would not be talking about a nigga who we now know blew up somebody's car. That's fucking crazy. And
Yeah,
niggas act
no.
like they forgot when the fucking UCLA coach said some crazy shit to Puff's son, and Puff went up in the weight room, beat the shit out of him with those cowbells. Probably
Mhm.
not smart, dog. Just probably not smart. Um yeah, but at least I know why 50. I didn't know why 50 really, really hated Puff, but this makes sense. I think
No, this just made it
I know
worse. They was already beefing before he started fucking with homegirl. That shit goes all the way back to when Puff asked that nigga to take him shopping and shit when he first came.
I
Yeah,
forgot
that shit
about
goes all the way back to them. That nigga 50 was not
I
feeling that
want to
shit.
take you shopping, daddy. You want to what? Fuck out of here.
Yeah, yeah, that shit goes all the way back to then. They started beefing and 50 was saying a little wild shit to him. That's why Puff snatched his baby mama up. So, yeah,
Damn.
This is crazy.
this is some
Hey man,
wild
I'm
shit.
just saying. Um Niggas gotta stop taking Puff for chump. Like I guess his mean as chump, but yeah, I mean he slapped that boy Drake and dislocated his shoulder. He blew up Cuddy car. He beat the shit out the UCLA coach, which I don't know which nigga was filming that. That's still crazy. Puff has a Napoleon complex. Puff ain't like, nah, he's not gonna let nobody get over on him by
Mm.
any means. Um, but why was you naked and covered in baby oil if you weren't fucking? Is my question. That's still my question.
Because he still has a voyeur complex. That's what it is. I mean, I could
But
tell
then
the
what the
whole
fuck?
I could tell the whole situation now when it comes to the Cassie, when it comes to this. He can't please
He's
women.
clearly a voyeur, yeah. But
He can't please women. That's his whole thing.
right,
He's
right, 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 right. My question is, why did you oil up in the baby oil?
I mean, don't get me wrong, he was touching on her and doing, after she did certain shit, they walked off the camera and she went over to him. They was doing little shit, but yeah, he just wants to be involved in a situation and he gets off seeing women please because he can't please them. That whole take just explained everything about what's going on in that nigga's life.
You know, the funniest thing is, well, maybe it's not really that funny. I remember when something happened with DJ and Misa was like, don't fucking play with me about my son. Now, at this time, DJ was like 28, damn near 30 or some shit like that. Misa never put Puff business out there in the street. So I'm guessing out of maybe he's still paying her. I don't fucking know. Kim never really put his business in the street. I like, but they
Why
also
would
said
you
he
when
really
when you're either scared or you're getting handsomely paid?
compensated. Yeah.
Yeah.
Puff will be home next spring, I think. So I think it's probably time to. Well, them niggas got tablets and TVs in jail now, so he know what y'all said. Sorry,
By far. Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh well.
it is what it is. That nigga Groovy Lou gonna show up at your house and not gonna be pretty. That's all I'm saying. Don't take that nigga Lou for chump. Do not take Groovy Lou for chump.
Groovy
That nigga
Lou.
Jada said Groovy Lou gets active.
Mm.
Carshill got Stephen A. Smith. What the fuck? Get out of here, you bitch ass nigga. Anyway, um,
We doing a use.
well, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Um, what's the smallest that you've ever encountered?
Uh. uh. Pretty small.
Relative to what? Like a Roku remote?
Man, why are you putting me on the spot like that? Yeah, actually, probably, even smaller than that. Actually, I've encountered.
Than a Roku?
Yeah,
Wait, like on hard? Smaller than
yeah,
a Roku remote?
hard. Yeah,
How long did this relationship last?
not long.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's yeah, you gotta pay top
Wait.
dollar with something like that.
It was once.
Okay, so how long did y'all talk before it happened?
Not that long. We knew what we were trying to do, but
Okay, so then when you saw the goods, you was like, "Nah, hell the fuck no."
yeah, I mean, we still did things. I mean, I still got mines, but after that, I just block.
You blocked him?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do I know this person?
No, you don't know this person.
Okay, just wondering.
No, this
Just
was a long
wondering.
time ago. This was like, I mean, it was like right after my divorce was happening. And my
Oh,
little
okay.
hoe phase.
Got you. Hey man, it happens. It
Yeah.
happens.
So yeah, I mean, they're out
Yeah.
there. They are definitely out there.
Y'all stop talking crazy about puffing them podcast mics. That's all I'm saying. We can say whatever the fuck we want until we get like a sponsorship deal or something like that. Once the downloads and views and streams go up, then I'm not gonna talk crazy about Puff no more. I'm just that's my rule. I'm sorry. I'm telling y'all in advance. The minute we sign a the minute we sign for any kind of money, I'm not talking about Puff no more.
Get it
I'm
all out
not
now. Get it all out now.
fucking right. Fucking right. That nigga ain't about to show up to St. Louis looking for me. Are you fucking crazy? Hell no. He blew up Cuddy's fucking car. Like, what are we talking about? Putting a bomb in a nigga's car is crazy. In
Yeah,
the
that's out of pocket.
2020s, no less. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's out of
Crazy as
pocket.
no, wait. So they say it was before Cuddy got big. He was on How to Make It in America at that time. So it's probably like 2006, 2007-ish or something like that. It was before Day and Night came out, or maybe right around the time Day and Night came out. But anyway, yeah, man, I don't know. It's sad, sad, sad situation. I just
Mm.
imagine
Prayers
being in
to
that
all.
room and this nigga's like this, and you can hold your shit in your hand. Like,
But see, that's what I'm saying. He's so used to doing it. He walked around that
yeah,
mug regular, no ego, no pride hit. I'm telling you, he was grabbing
they say the
pillows,
nigga.
fluffing pillows, and this nigga was
Yeah,
on
they
the
said
other
the nigga
side of
was
the
naked
room.
as the day he was born.
He on the other side of the room hitting your chick all the way over here.
Nigga had a fishing rod.
Yeah,
Fishing
and
rod.
I'm talking about he putting pillows, walking around with wine, dick and balls in
He
hand.
said he had grapes or some shit. Like he was feeding her.
That
It's
sounds
wild.
great.
That man. Look, the Puff archives have got to be fucking crazy. They've got to be. Um, but again, I'm not talking about Puff once we make money. I'm not talking about I'm not I do not want that
We'll
nigga
tone it
showing
down.
up.
We'll
Yeah, absolutely. No Puff, no more Puff segments. Once they cut the check, the Puff conversation is done.
I'm registered. The nigga Buff better leave me the fuck alone. Tell you right now. Don't come fucking with me about anything I said.
Oh boy. Does anybody have to you suck?
Um, let me think.
I've mostly been staying home. I
I
haven't
ain't been
been
seeing much.
interacting with no one.
Yeah, I ain't been seeing much.
I mean, I've said it at no I've mentioned it at nauseum this week, but fuck it. PlayStation. I understand. Let me let me land the plane. So I understand that you acquired Alamo Draft House, and that was the whole reasoning behind people watching the State of Play at theaters. And the more I think about it, no, it wasn't a terrible show. There were some great games shown.
Mhm.
I still don't know where PlayStation first party studios are at. Sony Ben released Days Gone the same day Avengers Endgame came out, which is April of 2019. It is June of 2026, and Sony Ben does not have a new title out. The only thing they've done since they dropped that game was change their studio logo. Naughty Dog still has not put out a brand new game for the PlayStation 5 generation, and we didn't see Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet. Sony closed Blue Point in February. I just don't know where first party studios are right now. And it really pains me because Jim Ryan happened to be a fucking moron. And even further proof of that was the fact that Shuhei Yoshida said, "Yeah, Jim asked me to do some things that I thought were ridiculous." And he said, "Okay, you can either go work for indies or you can go the fuck home." Which furthermore tells me that Jim wanted Shuhei to basically destroy first party studios. And Shuhei said this live service initiative is fucking stupid. And Jim said, "Okay, well, you go work as, indies partner or you go the fuck home." Thankfully, Jim Ryan is no longer in charge at PlayStation.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, Herman Holst is the head of PlayStation Studios. And I'm sorry, before Horizon Zero Dawn, Guerrilla Games was the Killzone studio. And Killzone ain't exactly lighting the fucking world up. It's a first person shooter. Call of Duty is up here, Halo somewhere in here, Destiny, whatever the fuck. Killzone's all the way fucking down here. So, based off of one game, Herman Holst deserves to run first party studios. Insomniac has been carrying the PlayStation 5 on its back. Spider-Man Miles Morales, Spider-Man 2018 Remastered, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Spider-Man 2, and then Wolverine coming in September. Sure, Sorrows just came out. I don't want to fucking play it. I don't like roguelikes. Ghost of Tiote came out last year. Or maybe it was this year. No, it was last year. It doesn't fucking matter.
Who
Sucker Punch.
sucks?
Great. Why would you guys hype the show the way that you did? The Alamo Drafthouse thing, the countdown on the PlayStation website, announcing the show 2 weeks in advance, and then your first party studios tweeting out pictures of old PlayStation IP, making us think that maybe you're gonna resurrect a Sly Cooper, or this infamous remake is real, or this Naughty Dog Uncharted 1 remake is real. Y'all overpromised and underdelivered. And again, there were some good games shown, but the PlayStation old is gone. Sean Layton's gone, Shuhei Yoshida is gone, Andrew House, I believe, is gone, and Herman Hulst is running first party studios. So PlayStation, I hate to say it, but you suck. Y'all really pissed me off. I'm looking for Xbox. I think Xbox is gonna have a great show, but they will find some way to fuck it up like they always do. Great show, and then they do. Fable's already pushed back to 2027.
Yeah, I'm not that surprised. They keep doing it. They keep pushing it and pushing it.
No, what it is everybody wants to get the fuck out of way of GT. There's not a the only game dropping in November is Grand Theft Auto 6. Nobody wants to be in their window. That's why they push Fable to next year.
I mean, but Fable's been being pushed back since 2024.
It has. But remember, there were rumors of Fable being delayed this year, and the studio was like, "No, it absolutely will be out this fall."
Yeah, well.
They pushed it. They're getting out of the way of Grand Theft Auto 6, which I get it because again,
Well,
Kennedy was in newborn.
according to purexbox.com, apparently they're still saying that it's still coming out fall of 2026. Apparently they're not saying
No,
2027.
it's been official that no, they need to update their site. It is officially pushed till it's February of 2027. It's February.
So anyways,
I don't have any faith in the current leadership at PlayStation. They spent, I think, $3 billion acquiring Bungie to try to respond to Microsoft acquiring Activision Blizzard King. Total fucking mistake. Gaming is becoming ever more expensive.
yeah.
PlayStation 5 went up in price. The Xbox Series consoles went up in price. The Nintendo Switch 2 went up in price. The Nintendo Switch went up in price. And the Steam Deck just went up in price. and we're not getting any we're getting longer development cycles. And again, I still don't know what the fuck is going on with first party studios. And that's a problem for me. That is a huge problem. So the Xbox showcase I expect to be good, and I expect there to be Xbox games that do come to PlayStation 5 on day one. I'm hoping Gears of War E-Day is gonna, be another classic Gears title. I can't wait for that. Other than that, I don't know, man. I don't know. I need Nintendo to show up and show the fuck out as well. Nintendo, I need that Ocarina of Time remake. I really, really need that. Really, really need that. Right here.
Do we
What I'm
really need
talking about,
another
dog.
remake though?
Ocarina of Time came out in '98.
They've
It's
done
due.
they've done well, okay, so they did a remake on it was like it was a
The 3DS.
3DS, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, sure, redo it for the Switch, I guess.
They need a ground up remake of Ocarina of Time. There's a bunch of games that are stuck on old hardware. Um, Wind Waker, it's cool that they had a Wii U port, but they need a Switch port of Wind Waker. Like like Perfect Dark got
We'll find
canceled.
out.
There's just
We'll find out when it comes out. What is it? It's tomorrow, isn't it?
no, Summer Game Fest is tomorrow. The Xbox showcase is Sunday.
That's right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So PlayStation, right now, you guys kind of suck. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Pick it up. You're pissing me off.
All
Um,
right.
we cannot live off third party titles. Like first party exclusive titles are the lifeblood of your console. Imagine if Nintendo didn't have Mario or Zelda for fucking 10 or 15 years. It would literally kill like Splatoon is nice, but Zelda and Mario sell consoles. Naughty Dog sells PlayStation consoles. I like the Blue Point got closed. Media Molecule hasn't released anything since Dreams, yet they're open, just sitting around twiddling their fucking thumb. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't know.
I don't know.
That's all I got as far as the "you suck." Anybody else got anything?
No.
I'm good.
All right. Well, we will reconvene next week with y'all, of course, for the main pod, but tomorrow we have Summer Game Fest, and then Sunday we have the Xbox Showcase and the Gears of War E-Day Direct immediately following that. Rumor has it the Nintendo Direct is going to be Tuesday the 9th. We will see. If not, happy birthday, Kobe, in advance, because that's his birthday. My birthday is next Wednesday. Um, we do have a Jasmine update. She should be back very soon. Yesterday was her birthday, so happy birthday to Jasmine. She
Birthday.
should be back soon. And
And we
we
will be
are
doing our
1 week
Kanan
away.
updates here soon as well.
Yep.
That
That's where I was going. We are 1 week away from raising Canaan power. So
Yep.
ready to get this started. I don't have anything else. Y'all got anything else?
Nope. I think it's time to wrap this up.
All right. Puff, you got money. Maybe get that extension surgery, or I don't fucking know. Never mind. I'm not even talking
Oh
about Puff
my
anymore. No more,
God.
no more Puff conversation.
We're
I'm just saying,
done.
if you got the money, I'm just all right. Well, anyway, as always, I'm Derek Daniel Ocean. That's super producer Big Money Sterl. That's awesome, Amy, and we are Pause Menu Society. Y'all have a good one. Peace out.
he
Bye.